Welcome to What's Happening, a program which focuses on local events and issues affecting the City of Lynn. Today we're going to talk about Arts After Hours. Arts After Hours is an organization founded in 2010. They're bringing theater back to Lynn, and they've been doing so since then. Here with me today to talk a little bit about that, we have Thomas Martin, who's going to be directing the show, and then we have Kate Paulson, who will be playing Henry in the most upcoming production of Henry V. Now, you guys have been involved with Arts After Hours at least for this show. So you've got some experience, you get some understanding as to what's going on. Before we talk a little bit about the play and then the organization itself, let's talk a little bit about you guys and your background. Thomas, we'll start with you.
Certainly. So I came into Arts After Hours in 2012 with the production of Twelfth Night. So Corey and I sort of co-created the summer Shakespeare that we've been doing. Had a really fantastic experience with Corey on that particular production, and so the two of us decided to keep it moving forward, and I've been involved either as the director or producer ever since.
Great. Kate?
Well, I got my theater training at Westmont College in Santa Barbara, California, and right after that I was brought into a theater company that did a lot of Shakespeare and a lot of international travel, and so I've kind of loved Shakespeare for a long time, and I've gotten to play a lot of men before. So when I moved to Boston and started to get into the theater community here, when I saw the posting by Thomas for an all-female Henry V, I wanted to be in this production very badly.
And that's an interesting part about it too, is that it's an all-female cast. You don't see that a lot. So it should definitely bring some value and people down to see it. Arts After Hours has been responsible for producing shows such as Much Ado About Nothing, Twelfth Night, I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change. Most recently, they've done Billy Shakes and the Devil, Evil Dead the Musical, and Avenue Q. You guys are working hard over there. I think that you do a phenomenal job. Corey couldn't be here to join us today. Corey Jackson, the president of Arts After Hours, is still stuck in Boston in that terrible traffic, but unfortunately he couldn't be here, but fortunately we got you guys here to talk a little bit about the organization itself. Arts After Hours, let's talk about it.
Well, what's cool, actually, Corey is stuck in Boston because he is working with a playwright for our Halloween show this year. So it's all for Arts After Hours. That's why he couldn't join us today.
Right, no, and that's another important part to point out, because Corey is so dedicated to this organization. It's like everywhere he is, like, something theater's going on. And the fact that you guys are already planning your Halloween show speaks volumes, because you guys bang out productions in like a month. It's incredible.
Well, yeah, so for Henry V, we will have almost exactly 2 months from when we started rehearsal process.
Reasonably
through
so.
Through to the final production will be 2 months exactly. We started June 10th, and we will close on August 10th. The show itself runs from July 26th through August 10th, Saturday and Sunday, performances at 1 and 4. The show will be 90 minutes. He says with a big question mark, it will be 90 minutes. But that's a part of what we're doing, helping make the show more accessible. And not by taking away any of the story, but focusing on the core parts of the story that we're interested in telling. And this is, again, part of you asking about the company, and I can really focus on the Summer Shakespeare. Part of what we want to do as a company is encourage Lynn to stay in Lynn for their entertainment. Go to a restaurant, come see a show, then go out to a bar for a drink afterwards to talk about what they've seen. So spending their dollars here in Lynn. And then for our Summer Shakespeare, we want Lynners to go and experience the city. For both Twelfth Night and Much Ado, we had lots of people saying, I've lived in Lynn, X number of years. I've never been to Lynn Woods before. This is amazing.
Really?
This is great. Twelfth Night was in the Rose Garden in the amphitheater, so sort of a more manicured look.
Yeah.
Much Ado was closer to one of the reservoirs, so a much more wild look. This year we decided we wanted to change it up. The last 2 years have been a moving show. This year it's going to be stationary, where it's just going to be one location, but it's at High Rock Tower.
Right.
Which is spectacular. As soon as I saw High Rock Tower, I went, we have to do a show here.
It's a
and
great
it has
venue.
to be Henry V.
Oh, yeah.
The tower just soars behind them, and the fact that you can see Boston and the Atlantic and Lynn, it's such a really cool place to be. And again, I feel like High Rock Tower, outside of the people that live in that immediate neighborhood is not as appreciated as it could be, because it is gorgeous. It is beautiful. Again, excited about getting people from Lynn to experience all that Lynn has to offer. That's a big part of what we're interested in with the Summer Shakespeare in particular.
I'd like to point out, now, we had talked before the show, Kate, you're from South Dakota. Thomas, you're from Montana, which is not the Midwest.
That is correct.
Not the Midwest.
Not the Midwest.
But anyway, like, you guys are exactly what we want to see, is people finding out about Lynn, and then you come in here and you see the potential of the city, and it just grows on you.
Yeah.
This city breeds pride like none other than I've ever been in. And you can tell just by meeting the people around Lynn. And you're right, there are a tremendous amount of venues that you can go out to and experience, but the fact that you're bringing these people there, it's inspiring. It makes you want to do something. It makes you want to go out and make your impact. And Lynn, I suggest you continue to do this. I don't think you need any suggestion to do so. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. Now let's talk about the show. It opens July 26th. It'll run through and close on August 10th. You got to bring your own chair. This will be held at High Rock Tower, and you can buy your tickets on www.artsafterhours.com, or you can reach the box office at 781-205-4010. Let's talk about the show. What can the audience expect?
Well, I think they can expect a wild ride. I mean, again, as Thomas was saying, it's at High Rock Tower, which is this incredibly imposing structure, and you've got 9 women playing these incredibly epic soldier roles in front of this structure that's just a wonderful experience. And we're climbing on rocks, and I at one point like have this 2 beautiful speeches like directed at the tower, and it's incredibly empowering. But we're also talking about that this is a very apropos time to be doing an all-women Henry V because of what's happening with our military at this present moment.
Yeah.
And it's been interesting for us to dive into what does it mean for a woman to want to join the military, and what does that mean for our culture as we're allowing women now to join the front lines and being an active part of military service. And so that's kind of what we're bringing with this production, is saying women have every right to do this as men, and if we want to, then we can.
Expand on this subject matter for those at home who may not know too much about it. What struggles are they actually facing right now in the military?
Well, so in 2012, Leon Panetta, the then Secretary of Defense, made a decision to open up frontline combat roles to women, which have been previously barred to them, which is really quite amusing, given that really certainly since the first Gulf War, for the modern warfare, women have been de facto frontline. You see pictures of women carrying weapons and all of that, but there is this stigma against, like, as this has been opened up to women, as more research has been done to figure out what exactly can happen, lots of people have been saying, well, but the average woman isn't as strong as the average man. Here's the problem: soldiers aren't average.
Right.
The average soldier can kick my, all over the place, man or woman. So the thing is that, as Kate was saying, that people that have the drive, men or women, can go these extra steps. Like, not every man is capable of doing these things. So certainly every woman isn't going to be capable of doing these things. So this is all about finding the strength and what it takes to volunteer to serve one's country, to put one's life at risk, but also to overcome the barriers and bias against someone as a woman, and to be, if you'll pardon the expression, be all you can be. That's been a big part of it, and we've found it really empowering. Like, it's a really empowering group to be with. These 9 women are amazing, and it's an exciting place to be, and it's a really fascinating time to be exploring this text under these circumstances.
I think so. Without a doubt, I think the show is going to be phenomenal. Your past work speaks volumes, and you're going to continue to do the greatness that you're doing. Henry V, Shakespeare's Henry V, opens up on July 26th. This will be held at High Rock Tower. You can bring your own chair. You can buy your tickets at www.artsafterhours.com, and you can reach them at the box office at 781-205-4010. Thomas, Kate, guys, I just want to say thanks for coming in. I know you got a lot going on. You're going to rehearsal after this.
Yeah.
We wish you all the best, and break a leg, as they say.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you.